everyone. Welcome to Tennessee's At Home Learning Series for Math. Today's lesson is for all of you first graders out there, but anyone is more than welcome to tune in. Today's lesson is the sixth in our series. My name is Miss Sarah, and I am a first grade teacher at Baxter Primary School in the Putnam County School System. I'm so excited that I get to be your teacher today. Welcome to our virtual classroom. If you didn't get a chance to tune in to our previous lessons, you can find those on the Tennessee Department of Education website at www.tn.gov/education. You can still tune in to today's lesson, but it might be a little bit more fun if you went back and watched those lessons first, because we're going to be using some of the things that we learned in those lessons to do our lesson today. Today, we will be learning how to use addition and subtraction strategies to find the missing number in an equation. Before we get started, to participate fully in our lesson today, you will need 9 counters, paper, pencil, just one, and a surface to write on, like a table. Okay, let's begin. To get ready for today's lesson, let's go ahead and get our workspace ready, the place where we plan to work. I'm going to lay out some paper, some pencils, and my counters. Now you're going to need 9 counters for today's lesson. A lot of things in your home or even in your yard could be used as counters when we do math. Today, I have brought some things from my home to use in our lesson. I have brought some Legos, but you might choose to bring something like beans, Skittles, M&Ms, goldfish, pencils, spoons, Legos, straws, sticks, rocks. There are so many options when you look around your home for things to use to help us count in math. And any of those choices are going to be perfect for today's lesson. So before we get started, I am going to give you a moment to find your counters to use for today's lesson on missing numbers. Go ahead, go find your counters. All right, let me see those counters. Wow, you guys have some awesome counters over there. Let's go ahead and look at our first problem. We're going to practice finding the missing number with a sum up to 10. This will help us prepare for working with missing numbers in any position or in any spot of our equation. Here's our first equation. Let's go ahead and take a look at this problem. The problem states that 5 plus some number equals 8. So what are some things that we can do to find that missing number? I heard lots of wonderful strategies. We could use the strategy of counting on to find our missing number. So let's count on from the number 5 and stop when we get to the number 8. We're going to begin by touching our head for the number 5, and we're going to use our fingers to help us keep up with how many spaces we had to count before we stop at number 8. All right, let's do this. 5, 6, 7, 8. How many did we have to add to find our missing number? 3. That's right. But it's always a good choice to check our answers with a model. So we are going to use our paper that we talked about earlier to use tally marks to make sure that our answer is correct. You can draw along with me. First, I am going to draw 5 tally marks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you draw your 5 tally marks? Excellent job. Now, let's count on and add more tally marks until we get to the number 8. When we get to 8, tell me to stop. All right, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew, we're already to 8. Let's count how many tally marks we had to draw until we finally made it to the number 8. 1, 2, 3. Did I hear you say 3? Yes, we added 3 tally marks to 5 in order to get to the number 8. That means our missing number was 3. You did it. Let's read our new equation. 5 plus 3 equals 8. You did an awesome job. I want you to stand up and I want you to have an 8-second dance party. Ready? Go. Wow, you guys have some really cool moves. You might have to teach me some. Now we're ready to do our second problem. I will read the problem out loud, but of course you're more than welcome to read along with me. This problem has a missing number, and it's our job to discover exactly what that missing number is. Are you ready? I think you can do it. This story is about a friend named Talia. It's a beautiful name. Talia brings 9 pencils to school. She gives some to her friends. She has 3 left. How many pencils does Talia give away? Let's go back into our problem and see how many pencils Talia had when she brought them to school. Which sentence did we read that information in? Right, the first sentence. Let's read it. Talia brings 9 pencils to school. So how many did she bring to school? 9. That's right. Talia brings 9 pencils to school. So let's act that problem out using our pencils or our counters that we found. I'm going to use pencils to act out my problem, but you can use the counters that you found from around your home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pencils. So I'm ready to act out my problem. Do you have out your 9 counters? Looking good over there. Great job. The second sentence tells us that she gives some to her friends. Do you think that this might be our missing number? Why do you think that? Yes, because she gave some number away, but we don't know exactly what number some is yet. So I'm going to take away some pencils until I only have 3 left, because the next sentence tells us that she has 3 left after she gives some to her friends. So you can follow along with me and do the same thing that I do with my pencils with your counters. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have 3 left. What did you do with your counters to show the number of pencils that were given away? Does your model look like my model? I moved these pencils into their own little group to represent or to show the number of pencils that Talia gave to her friends. And then Talia has 3 pencils left, so I put them in their own group over here. If Talia has 3 pencils left, how many did she give away? Let's count those pencils to see how many she gave away. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She gave away 6 pencils. Now we can fill in our equation because we know that 6 is our missing number. Let's read our completed equation. 9 minus 6 equals 3. Great job. You did such an amazing job. I want you to stand up and I want you to jump up and down 6 times. Great. For our next problem, I want you to follow along with me. Talia brings 9 pencils to school. She gives some to her friends. She has 5 left. How many pencils does Talia give away? Like in our last problem, we know that Talia brings 9 pencils to school. I'm going to lay out my 9 counters to represent the 9 pencils that Talia brought to school. I want you to do the same on your workspace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you have your 9 counters out? Awesome. What do I do next? I need to find my missing number. I know that after she gives some to her friends, that Talia has 5 left because I can find that in the story. She has 5 left. So let's use our model to show how many pencils she has left. To do that, I'm going to take away some until I only have 5 left in my model. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had to take away, move that to where you can see it. We had to take away 4 pencils or 4 counters to give us 5 left. 4 must be my missing number. I am going to put 4 in the subtraction equation to represent our missing number. Let's read our problem. 9 minus 4 equals 5. Awesome job, guys. We are ready for our next problem. While I get my workspace ready, I want you to stand up and I want you to do 4 jumping jacks. Ready? Go. Okay, let's read this problem together. 8 birds are in a nest. Some of the birds fly away. Now there are 3 birds left in the nest. How many birds flew away? How is this problem like the last problem? How is it different? This problem is about birds instead of pencils, but we are still finding that missing number, and this is a subtraction problem. How did we find our missing number in the last problem? Okay, first I am going to lay out 8 counters to represent or to show the 8 birds that were in the nest in our first sentence. You can do the same with your counters too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you have your 8 counters ready? Awesome. What do we know about the missing number before we even solve the problem? Right. We know that if there were 8 birds at the beginning and some fly away, that our missing number has to be less than 8. So next, I am going to take away counters to show the number of birds that flew away from the nest. I am going to take away counters until there are only 3 counters left. Can you take away your counters too? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 3 left. That must mean that 5 birds flew away. Let's look at our subtraction equation again. What missing number can we put in our unknown spot? Right, when we put the number 5 in the missing spot, that makes our equation true. Let's read it together. 8 minus 5 equals 3. How do we know that that equation is true? Right. We used a model to show that when we took 5 counters away and we only had 3 left, that shows us that the number of birds that flew away. So 8 minus 5 equals 3. Excellent job. I want you to stand up and I want you to touch your toes 5 times. Excellent job. For problem number 3, you will be doing the missing number equation all by yourself. I want you to follow along as I read the problem for you. 9 lions are drinking. Some lions walk away. Now there are 6 lions. How many lions walked away? I want you to use your counters to find the missing number to show how many lions walked away. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to solve the problem on your own. I know you're going to do a great job. Go ahead. All right. Did you get 3 as your missing number? Well, guess what? That's right. 3 lions walked away. Let's do that problem together just in case you got a different number than 3 so that you might be able to find out the mistake that you made. And remember, mistakes are good. Mistakes mean that you are trying and that you're learning something new. So let's do it. We want to start by showing how many lions were drinking first. So we need to put out 9 counters. If that's what you did, I want you to give me a thumbs up. Great. Then we saw that some walked away, and that after they walked away, there were 6 lions left. So to find that answer, our missing number, we need to take away counters until there are 6 left, like this. 1, 2, 3. So how many walked away? 3. So our equation would look like this. 9 minus 3 equals 6. Did you get an equation that looks like that? 9 minus 3 equals 6? Then you're right. I want you to keep up the great work. Boys and girls, you did such an amazing job today. Today, we reviewed how to find a missing number in a subtraction problem. I hope you're seeing home connections to our counting on strategy that we used just last week. You sure did a great job. After the video, you will have some problems to practice on your own. Good luck and do your best. I am going to show you the independent problems now, and I'm going to read them to you. Or you can find them in the student practice for this lesson posted on our website, which you can find again at www.tn.gov/education. Let's take a look at those problems together now. Remember, you're going to want to keep those counters ready. Here we go. Number 1, Jack has 6 crayons. He gives some crayons to his sister. Now Jack has 3 crayons left. How many crayons did Jack give to his sister? So you're going to want to use your counters to show how many crayons he had first. Take some away until you have 3 left, and the number that you took away should be your missing number, and it will make your equation true. Let's look at number 2. There are 4 rabbits in the yard. Some rabbits go eat. 2 rabbits stay behind. How many rabbits went to eat? So you use your counters again to find your missing number. And then our last problem. 8 eggs are in a basket. Some eggs crack. 2 eggs did not crack. How many eggs in the basket are cracked? I enjoyed reviewing how to find a missing number in an equation with you. Thank you so much for inviting me into your home today. I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson in Tennessee's At Home Learning Series. See you later. Bye, everybody.